D3. I know one of your recommendations is get out there first thing in the morning and walk for 30 minutes. And response to which I thought, he does not live where I live. You've got to be a Californian, right? Or you're Arizona or Southwest.
I'm in Miami.
We must be. Yeah, okay. Because nobody in the Northeast or the Midwest talks like this. Right. We all know that's an impossibility. Only the insane people are doing that. It's dangerous. It's dark. It's highly unpleasant. And there really is no sun.
It's highly unpleasant.
At that hour of the morning. Anyway, yeah, it's like there's nothing good about it. So for those of us who are in the Four Seasons areas of the country, how do we get our vitamin D? It's not going to happen at 6 in the morning where there is no sun and it's like 5 degrees out. But I accept that it's important. And so, A, can you get it done in 30 minutes in a cold weather environment, considering that you have to wear like a lot of clothes to be out there? And B, does it matter what time of day you do it?
So I would be supplementing with, in one of those colder climates, with 5,000 IUs of vitamin D3. It's called cholecalciferol, vitamin D3, and make sure that it contains something called K2, because vitamin D3 is such a magic nutrient in the human body. It acts like a hormone sometimes. It acts like a vitamin sometimes. It's a calcium transport molecule. And if you want the calcium to deposit into the bone and not into the arterial wall, you add vitamin K2. So most good manufacturers, you can tell a really good vitamin D3 by the fact that it is compounded with something called K2. That is a really good manufacturer. You want to take 5,000 IUs of vitamin D3 daily, very safe, to raise your vitamin D3 level. There is correlated risks, even causal risks, between low vitamin D3 and increased incidence of breast cancer in women. There are plenty of clinical trials on this. So it's one of the easiest things to supplement with, and it's one of the most game-changing nutrients you can put in the human body. You know, I got asked on a podcast the other day, what is the single most important nutrient in the human body? And it's really hard to pinpoint one. But if you think about the fact that vitamin D3 is the only nutrient that human beings make on our own. It's the only vitamin we make on our own. So if I was to test your blood right now, or the blood of any of your listeners, there'd be hundreds of vitamins in their bloodstream. You're only capable of making one. So when God made us, he made us with the ability to make a single vitamin. So how important do you think that is to human function? So we make it from sunlight and cholesterol. You don't need to eat, you don't need to drink, you don't need to supplement. If you expose your skin to sunlight and have cholesterol in your bloodstream, your body will make vitamin D3. What's really fascinating about it is about 85% of the world is clinically deficient in vitamin D3, and it's very easy to supplement with.
Wow. I'm thinking about my friends in Scandinavia who, right this time of year, have like 3 hours of sunlight and are desperately in need of this. And I think, if memory serves, they told me when I was over there, the government will provide that vitamin for you free of charge.
There's an indication of how important it is, right? Because they know that's going to keep people out of the healthcare system. We developed all kinds of fallacies around this. Have you ever heard of going out and catching a cold in the winter? Okay, well, that's a complete fallacy. My mom used to say it to me all the time. Don't go outside without a jacket. You'll catch a cold. There's no such thing as catching a cold. The reason why people get sick more often in cold weather is because when it's cold, we layer up. And when we layer up, we get less sun. When we get less sun, our vitamin D3 drops. And when our vitamin D3 drops, our immune system is compromised. So our immune system is compromised by the cold weather. It is actually less risky to go outside during cold weather than it is to go outside in Miami, because there's a lot more pathogens at 85 degrees than there are at 15 degrees. You know, there's not a lot of bacteria lying around on your frozen car window, but there's a lot of bacteria lying on handrails.
Well, can you do, like, if you live in a cold environment, like let's say you go skiing, you know, these days you're covered head to toe while you ski. There's not a single inch of skin that shows. But then let's say you sit outside for lunch because it's warm enough that you can do that. Can you sit there in the sun for half an hour, just your face showing, and get the vitamin D you need?
Yeah, your face and your hands, sometimes your arms. I mean, you know, some of these ski resorts, if there's not a lot of wind blowing and you're at high altitude, the UV index is high, you can actually just take your jacket off and expose your arms and your skin to sunlight for a few minutes, maybe 15, 18 minutes. That's enough to start generating some vitamin D3. But in those cases, just supplement with vitamin D3. Supplement with cholecalciferol.
Okay, there's no downside.
Ever read the label on a typical bag of chips? It's often a science experiment of seed oils, MSG, artificial dyes, and mystery ingredients. Masa is part of the growing movement to bring back real food. Masa chips contain just 3 ingredients: organic corn, sea salt, and 100% grass-fed beef tallow. Not only do these chips avoid the bad stuff, they also taste delicious too. Snacking on Masa chips is nothing like eating regular chips. With Masa, you feel satisfied, light, and energetic with no crash and no bloat. And if you love masa, then you will love Vandy Crisps. Vandy, which is Masa's sister company, makes the most delicious 3-ingredient potato chips too. Ready to give masa or Vandy a try? Use code MK for 25% off your first order at masachips.com or vandycrisps.com, or simply click the link in the video description or scan the QR code to claim this delicious offer. Don't feel like ordering online? Masa and Vandy are now available nationwide at your local Sprouts supermarket. Stop by and pick a couple of bags up before they're all gone.
Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.